So if you have any questions for me, I have about 10 minutes, and I'll be glad to answer.
We were talking about that.
Paper, it said
Well,
we'd already
I
decided
know,
that.
no,
yeah.
and that was a mistake.
Right.
That was not, that what we should have said was that the tree commission was going to be asked to do this project with us.
Right.
But there's so much that's been in the paper and so many things. Let me just tell you from A to Z. And you would have to ask who this person was, because that I don't, since it wasn't in direct contact with me. The first time I knew about the trees was a week ago. Is this Tuesday? It is. My days are mixed. A week ago yesterday. But someone from the Power Board approached Mr. Copenhaver, our board vice president, on Friday and explained about the trees and said it sure would be great if they could cut the trees because they're so high they couldn't trim them anymore, and they were really concerned about the danger to the people. And so I was in a meeting Friday. I didn't talk to Robbie Friday at all. And I didn't talk to my director of operations, Tony Ball, who's over all this. So when Robbie told me about it, it was Monday morning. And he said that Mr. Sandlin either wanted to call me or wanted me to call him when I touched base with him. Well, we did. We did that through emails and through the phone, and he explained to me exactly what he said in the paper. Exactly.
And what he has told us here.
I'm sorry?
And what he has told us here.
Yes. And my concern and his concern was the fact that you didn't see the list that Jimmy gave us, but not only was Highlands Medical Center and the 2 nursing homes on it, and the police station and 2 schools, but the community, City Park, County Park was on there. I don't know if the junior high would have been on there or not, just because but I would think they would be, and probably Lozier and Maples, and many other. And when we first talked about it, he thought it was about 1,600, and then when they actually checked, it was what, 2,273 customers or families. Now, I have no clue that what you heard about cutting these trees down for signs is just one rumor. That was just one of 3 or 4 going around, which are all ridiculous. First of all, Mr. Sandlin, is the school system paying 1 penny at all in this project?
No.
No. Would you cut power lines down without charging us if they weren't impacted by, if I came to you and I said, I want visible signs, we've got people that have paid for these signs, and I want you to cut all these trees down so they can see them, would you do it?
No.
No. We don't pay for that. They do. If I had those trees cut to show signs, we would pay that. We would pay overtime for all these people that he had and Brian had working out 9 or 10 o'clock at night to cut down trees to get it cleared. We would have paid for the cleanup, and we would be paying to replace these trees. They're doing that. That's just one. I've been hung. I've been well, I won't say slandered, but I've done everything that a person could have happen to him in the newspaper because people started vicious rumors about me when all I was trying to do was to help him keep power to 2,273 people and agencies. And yet you would think I did something that's absolutely criminal when I didn't even know that the rumors were out there for the first day or 2. And that's the truth. We did not ask them. Did I come to you at any time and ask you to cut down anything? Brian, did I come to you and ask you to cut down anything? Period. No, I didn't. But when I knew they were coming down, Mr. Sandler and I talked on the phone about what a great idea, and I asked Arlene, we thought it was such a great idea to let people send in names of somebody who had done something either in honor of or in memory of, and not just in our school system, but in our town, and who better than the folks on this commission to do it. I just didn't plan on the paper saying it quite the way they did, but they've had a lot of information to deal with. And so if you don't want to do that, I'll get another organization too that we can let people submit names to. And my thinking was that I would do the form and put it in the newspaper, and all people have to do is cut it out in the newspaper, stick it in an envelope, and mail it. I'm not going to pick these people, but I thought y'all would. And while I'm here, and I'm fixing to leave, and then y'all can do whatever you need to do after that. But let me just tell you something that y'all don't know. Before you judge me about the trees and things, let me just tell you this. And you can go back and check this out in the newspaper if you want to go get a copy of the South Mountain Reporter from 1988 or 1989. There were different groups in town and clubs in town and people in town that recommended some lady to be honored for Woman of Achievement, and I got it. I was Woman of Achievement for Albertville in 1989, and the thing that put me over the top with the others was that I didn't think, and you can go check it out, I didn't think that there was enough emphasis on the things that God had given us to preserve them. So I started Tree City USA. I got seedlings the state gave us, and on Saturday mornings for about a month or two, I was the one that was out there. I not only was teaching and getting my doctorate, but I was administrative assistant to Mr. Arthur Ball, who was the mayor of Albertville, and my focus was on trees. And we became Tree City USA. We were certified, and we had the signs all over town because of my love for trees. But nobody ever asked me those questions. People just decided, oh, she cut these trees down so that people could look at signs if they can't even read if you're driving. So I want to apologize for anybody that I've offended, but I'm not going to apologize for helping Mr. Sandlin and the Power Board save 2,273 people who could be without power for quite a while if those feeder lines get destroyed by just one tree. It's going to be beautiful. We're going to do cherry trees. They're paying for it. They paid for all the cut down. They paid for the cleanup. They paid for overtime. They're paying for the trees. They came to us, and it was not about signs. I agreed to let them cut the trees, and it was not about signs. It was to keep people alive. How do you think I would feel knowing that we cannot do emergency surgery at our hospital if the power went out and we had to med-flight a child or one of your family members who didn't make it to Huntsville because they couldn't do surgery here or Erlanger, when all I had to do was give them permission to cut the trees so the power can help stay on in the hospital? Every person that has gone on Facebook and told us, oh, I can't believe she let this happen, there are that many more who've come back and said, thank you for trying to take care of my families or other families here. So that's the story, that's the truth. You can think what you want to. But I am